This is an excerpt from the CD T222 Thyself with the Transcenders, speaking through trance medium Rick Thurston.
Now, first and foremost, why would anyone want to really know themselves, so to speak here? Does it not create out of all sorts of complexities and therefore requirements and needs to fulfill certain aspects of that knowing of self here? Perhaps one could liken it to that of the concept of health, per se, insomuch as the reality of preventative medicine is oftentimes much more preferred than that of treatment therapies. It's easier to prevent something than it is to actually treat that of an oftentimes terminal ailment here. Therefore, as it is with knowing oneself here, it is oftentimes much better to have the experience itself than to look back in your concepts of time and say to oneself, I could have, might have, and should have experienced certain things. But for whatever reason or excuse perhaps here, one did not do such. Now, we're going to have to somewhat take one apart here. Now, do attempt to understand that you really can't take a person apart. But we are going to take you apart here simply for understanding's sake here. We'll begin with the concepts of the physical body. Now, to know yourself is to know how your physical body responds to the reality in which one does exist. Now, let us say, for example, foods. Which foods nourish the body? Which foods here take away from such? Which foods here give you energy? Which foods drain that energy? What metabolizes best in the system? What is balanced for the physiology of oneself here? So you begin to look at your physical body, and you see it almost as separate from yourself, and you see it as that of a fine-tuned machine that requires certain fuels and fuel mixtures. Now, is too much sunlight not good for the body? Does it require some, but not a great deal? Indeed, here, do you like that of warm weather, cold weather? Is your physical body more comfortable sitting, lying down, standing up, with that of moderate or intense exercise, which makes you feel better physically? Now, obviously, there are emotional, mental implications here as well, but think of the body for a moment here.